What's going on, leaders? Ev here. Look, if you weren't here for this live priority sculpt workout, do not worry because I'm going to walk you through it. You can save this video and you can do it anytime, any place because it doesn't require all that much equipment and it's designed to be used with whatever equipment you have available. So let's talk about what we got going on here. I will say one thing that's going to be really helpful is having a timer. You can use the Flex Timer app from Gym Next. You don't have to use their physical timers. You can use it on your phone or on your iPad, or really any device that you have, and it works really great. So let's talk about the workout and how things are set up. There's 3 different sections. Your first section, 4 rounds through, okay? Your first minute, you're going to be doing a Romanian deadlift, okay? Now, I'm going to show you what this looks like in a second, so let me talk you through everything, okay? You're going to do a Romanian deadlift. You're going to do as many reps as you possibly can in that minute, with your goal being somewhere between 12 and 30 reps. Now, one thing I'll say here, depending on how you're showing up and what you're doing for weights and what you're using for weights, you might actually need to increase your work time to 90 seconds. And the reason for that is more reps just take longer, okay? So if you are at the end of that minute and you still feel like you got a lot more in the tank, the goal is to get it to as close to failure as you can. We're not trying to go to failure, we're trying to get close to it. Maybe 1 to 2 reps left in the tank. So if you need a little extra time to get to those higher reps because you are using a lighter weight, that's completely fine, okay? So maybe this is 90 seconds with a minute break, and then 90 seconds with a minute break. You gotta calibrate it and adjust it based on your needs. So that first minute, you're gonna do a Romanian deadlift. Your next minute, you're gonna rest. And then your next minute, you're going into a squat, and the setup is exactly the same. As many reps as you can in that 12 to 30 rep range, right? As many as possible, or honestly, I like it as many as pretty. We want to have complete, perfect execution on every single rep. Let's talk about our 2 exercises here. Your Romanian deadlift. You start in the standing position here, right? Your typical deadlift, your conventional deadlift, you're going to be starting from the floor. This, you're starting standing. So obviously, I had to grab the weight up off the floor, but I got to get in position somehow. Romanian deadlift. Keeping tension in our hamstrings. The way to do that is to hinge. Now, to hinge, what we're going to do is we're going to send our butt back versus down. Down is a squat. Back is a deadlift or a hinge. Feel the tension in the hamstrings. Drive that body back up. Hinge, drive it up. We're looking for this pace. Nice and smooth, okay? Now, with dumbbells, you're definitely not trying to hit the floor. Or with dumbbells or kettlebells, none of that matters. We're not trying to hit the floor here. We want to keep constant tension throughout. Legs a little bit straighter than you would for your conventional deadlift, right? Because with your conventional deadlift, you're going down towards the floor. Depending on your range of motion, as you get a little bit lower, the butt might have to come down a bit more. But that's not what we're going for here. Constant tension, a little bit of a bend in the knee, nice, straight back, nice tight hamstrings, okay? From there, we go into our squat, all right? Feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart again. No matter what you're using for weight, whether it's racked with dumbbells in a front rack position with your barbell, right? Get those elbows up. On your back, maybe a goblet squat, it's all good. We're squatting, right? So now you see my butt going down. Now, yes, it goes back a little bit to start, right? Bend in the knees, butt goes back, right? Send it back and down, okay? With your hinge, it goes back the entire time. With your squat, it goes back a little bit and it drops it down, okay? That's your first section, right? Alternating between work and rest, okay? Your next section, you have push-ups and row. Minute 1, okay? You're gonna be doing 10 to 15 push-ups, okay? Minute 2, with no rest or transition, you're gonna be doing a row, a back row, with a barbell or a dumbbell, okay? Now, for push-ups, if you're doing them from the floor, great. If you're still working on your push-up, what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to do them from your knees. And the reason for that is there's no progression between your knees and the floor, or excuse me, and your feet, right? Either go from your knees right to your feet. For most people, there's just too much of a gap there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna elevate your body. A bench, a bar, the back of a couch, a chair if it's in position and you can get your hands wide enough. But you'll know what you can use. You can look around. Usually the back of a couch is great for most people because you can use the back of the couch, then you can go on the front of the couch and usually you're good, right? So again, this is what we're looking for, okay? That elevation is gonna help a lot. And then over time, you'll be able to get lower and lower to the ground and you'll be doing that full push-up before you know it. And then our row, similar position here like we were doing for our deadlift. Nice hinge, okay? We're pulling the weight to our hips, not to our chest and our shoulders. Pull it back, driving it out. Again, we've got ourselves a range. If you're using heavier weights, you're gonna be in that 8 rep range. If you're using a little bit lighter, you're gonna be in your 15s, okay? That is our second section here. You're going for 10 rounds total, so 5 sets each. And then our final section, more core focused, okay? 3 times through this list, 1 minute apiece, 12 minutes total in this section here, okay? Each exercise is 20 reps except for your plank, which you're going for the full 60 seconds. So let's look at these. Russian twist with a plank, or excuse me, with a press. Okay. Your normal Russian twist going from hip to hip, okay? With this, we're bringing it out and away from the body and then bringing it to the hip, okay? Whether your feet are planted or you bring them up and you lean back a little bit more in a nice V position here, okay? Either works just fine. 20 reps, your count is 1, 2, 3, and so on up to 20. From there, you're going right into, once that next minute timer starts, right? So you have 20 reps in a minute, whatever you have left over for time, that is your rest before you get into your plank. Elbows directly underneath the shoulders, hands in line with those elbows. Nice flat position, okay? Butt up not too high, right? Nice and down, nice and tucked. Squeeze that core, that's what you want to do there, okay? You're going for the full 60 seconds. Yay, you're welcome. Alternating reachers. So, back on the ground again. So, we're on our butts, and we're on our stomachs, now we're back on our butts. Each time we come up, right hand, left foot, drop it back down. Left hand, right foot, okay? Each time we switch. Now you can have your heels on the ground here. You can keep them up the entire time, all right? Completely up to you. 20 total, 10 each side, okay? And then finally, you have yourself some mountain climbers or some toe taps, right? A good alternate for that. Mountain climbers, hands directly underneath the elbows and the shoulders. We got a nice high plank position, driving both knees up. That's your 1, 2, 3, and so on. If you don't like mountain climbers, you should probably do some just to get a little bit better at them. But for whatever reason you need to modify, you can do toe taps, okay? Something nice and low like a weight plate or a book. 1, 2, so forth. And maybe you use a dumbbell and you go a little bit higher or a little bit higher, okay? You want to get real crazy, toe tap a bench, by all means, okay? And that's your last section. 20 full minute, 20-20. Do that 3 times and you've just completed a Priority Sculpt workout. I hope you enjoy this one. Message me with any questions. I'm Ev, I'm always on your side. Enjoy.